This episode of 3 Minute Egg is brought to you by the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, which wants you to know about its annual art sale November 20th and 21st. Learn more at mcad.edu.
I'd pass her room on the way to bed and see her black braids curtaining whatever book she was ingesting. I wanted to pull one of those black ropes just to get her attention.
He had broken his favorite bourbon tumbler. Radiant little razor-sharp shards glistened in his tepid gray bathwater like so many glass stars in an orbit unwinding towards some dreadful truth.
Talking Image Connection connects writers and poets in the Twin Cities with visual artists and their work to see what inspiration can come out of it. We're going to step into the latest venture of this at the Soap Factory on this edition of 3 Minute Egg.
All visual art always has, I feel, a very strong narrative to it. And it's great to have someone else other than the artist bring out that narrative. Often I find visual artists, the reason that they make work is because they can't tell their work. So you're making it because you can't speak it. By getting spoken word artists and poets and writers into the space, we're getting someone to speak and to tell the work, as well as being able to see it, you can also hear it as well.
He would hear the words falling out of his mouth again, but more the weighty and inexplicable sense of doom that pervaded everything around him in the city, and a howling emptiness would scratch his brain. My piece is called City of White, and it's around this line of debris, city-like debris, urban debris. So I started to write and not really giving myself free license again to not really know what I was doing while I was going. And I've never done anything like this before. And I think visual arts, because it is so abstract, in the sense of there's usually no words involved. I think for creative writers, it's an interesting challenge.
My poems, they sang rhymed melodies to evening gold, to dogs, to smoke and snow, which drove my socialist, communist, Zionist, Bundist writer comrades crazy.
There's the warning they need to mention in those pharmaceutical ads on TV, he slurred, choking back a throat full of something vomiting. Could be difficult to count when trying to end it all. Ask your doctor if you're healthy enough to end it all. This room and this painting that takes up the 3 walls of this room was kind of playful, and my stuff's humorous usually if I've done it correctly. So it seemed like a good juxtaposition of the colors and the playfulness and what I'm doing in my piece, the way it ended up anyway.
I wrote a story, and it was inspired both by that and by the name of this exhibition, which is Recipes from Austerity's Kitchen. And I was really thinking food. When I came in here, in fact, I expected to see food or something to do with food. And I didn't, but I injected food into my piece. He'd be doing somersaults all the way across Fort Snelling if he saw his little girl tripping over piles of plaster, picking cobwebs out of her hair, trying not to get caught in the copper tubing that the burglars left. He never could deny you anything.
My poetry, I feel, is quite visual. I like the visuals, I like the description, and seeing something that is very visual just really inspires me to create poetry.